You have a baby coming or something? Yalla Krishna. Assalamu alaikum. What's this for? Oh, for me. I forgot. Did you guys update the ad, Krishna?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay.
This is a very interesting client story. One of my favorites. The entire process was a lot of fun. I hope it was a lot of fun for him as well. This gentleman was absolutely new to investing in the Dubai real estate market, and he was looking for the best ROI. Before he ever spoke to me and my team, he had already interviewed a lot of other advisors and agents. Having watched some of my YouTube videos, he ended up signing up on our VIP elite program, where we take people from start to finish for their investments. And then we started the process of doing the strategy development for him, and then implementing and finding the right properties. We found a very good investment property and a home. I wish him all the best. I believe it's about helping the client find the best properties, and we can invest in the client's future.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Everybody on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everybody watching, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I don't need this actually, so I want to skip it. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, hey guys, where are you guys coming in from? Love to know where you guys logging in from. We're going to be talking about real estate in Dubai. Sometimes life questions, because life questions, and why not? Sometimes people ask me life questions. They ask me about life, because sometimes getting started into real estate can be a life thingy for a lot of people. Like, they want to get started in their life on a certain path. They feel that real estate can lead them or take them there, right? Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. We ask Allah for help, and we ask Allah for khair, and we ask Allah for guidance for all of us, right? Whether you're in real estate, otherwise, so on and so forth. Hey, today the team's promised me that Instagram's not gonna be lagging. We're gonna be perfectly live. Guys, I'd love to take questions from you guys, and answer some questions as well, okay? I've got some stuff that I want to address for real estate agents, okay? So I'm going to talk about, this is for real estate agents specifically. If you're starting out, guys, you're going to have to work with everybody, okay? Kind of like, you can't be too picky, too choosy with who you're working with, okay? So I want to address this once we've got a couple of people, and I know that agents are over here and they're watching. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, say hi, drop a hi, drop a hello. I'd love to know a little bit about your background, something that gives me a little bit of a background on who you are and where you are logging in from. Salman Shah Kaga Bhushan, bless you. Adil Haji. Okay, I want to ask you guys one thing, okay? Hey, I've got some nice questions here. I've got some nice questions for you guys. I want to ask you guys this, okay? I want to ask you. Hey, let's talk about something small as well. What's something small for you guys? Adil Haji, hi, assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rakesh Tuli, welcome. Birendra Singh, welcome. Hey, Haji, Adil, do you have a question? Do you want to ask me something? I'd love to answer any questions that you might have. I can answer some of the questions that have come through to me during my comments before. And this is a question from Muzaffar Khan, 4529. YouTube does this. It just randomly assigns like figures, right? So this is something, straight path. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Straight path. Let me guess the question you're going to ask me. Release of mortgage equity, buying older apartments, and then what's the future of those apartments, right? Or you're going to surprise me with a new question this time, brother. How are you? Good to see you. I'm 20 years old. Mohsin, I'm 20 years old. It's been 2 months. I got into real estate with no past experience. I closed 3 plots last month, but some agent within my company stole my clients even though I got a 50. What is a 50? I got a 50. What did you get? Okay. Mohsin, you're 20 years old. It's been 2 months. You got into real estate with no past experience. You closed. Alhamdulillah, you're fine. Very nice to hear from you. Straight path. Glad to know you're fine. You closed 3 plots in 3 plots, which is amazing, right? Plots can vary anywhere from 5 million dirhams to 400 million dirhams, even maybe $1 billion dirhams, right? So you're already doing very well. So you're okay, okay? Now, if you're talking about some agent within my company stole my clients, even though I got a 50, what's a 50? Maybe a 50% split. Don't worry about it. Don't worry too much about it. Here's the thing that you're going to have to think about. Welcome, Mukhtar Nasiruddin. You're going to have to like grow a little bit of a thick skin, okay? It's interesting. This is an interesting analogy, okay? Agents should operate like cheetahs in terms of speed. They should be lions in terms of having an open heart and in terms of doing things the right way and not stressing the future. So don't stress things, right? Have you ever seen a lion stressing? He sleeps, right? So don't stress the future, okay? You should be like a leopard in terms of doing things in a stealth fashion. Leopards are known to be animals of the night, okay? So those who don't know this, actually I should make a video of this, okay? Be like cheetahs in terms of speed. Be like lions, don't stress. Be like leopards in terms of stealth and strength, okay? Did you know my name means a black leopard? Most people don't know this. Yeah, it's the Arabic word for black leopard, okay? And then you've got to be an elephant as well. What does an elephant, or let's say an elephant or a rhinoceros, which one has a thicker skin, okay? Who has the thicker skin? Whose skin is thicker? Elephant or rhinoceros? You know the rhinoceros? The one with the... Any guesses? Any guesses? Rhino. Okay. The team here is saying rhino. Any guesses online? Okay. Oh, rhinos have the thicker skin. So don't be an elephant, rhino. Their skin is 2 inches thick. A full inch thicker. So I'm like, okay, like this is an inch. The skin is, wow, okay? So this is what I'm going to tell you, okay? Now, Mohsin, may Allah bless you. You got 50% of the commission, but that's good. But please tell me what to do. I feel that was just a luck. May Allah bless you. Listen, there's no such thing as luck. Well, there is luck, okay? But Mohsin, looks like you're a Muslim. And some of those who may not be Muslim, guys, like, things are destined. This is what I believe in. Things are meant to come to you, okay? So now here's the thing. Mohsin, if you got 50%, that's good. Why do you think it was luck? I don't know why you think it was luck. People don't close 3 plots of land just instantly like that, okay? So I'm not sure why you think it was luck. You probably have some background. You probably were doing the things the right way to be able to do it and close it. Muhammad Ahmed, okay? So don't worry too much about it, okay? Don't just whatever you're doing, keep doing that, okay? The trick now is to not go and start partying and be like, okay, I've made this money now. I don't need to really work hard. I just do my thing. Okay, no, just wake up in the morning for Fajr, do your prayers, go to work, do the basic things. Don't waste time with friends and agents who waste time. Avoid parties, don't go to those parties where you feel you're going to earn and learn there, but you don't really earn and learn. Okay, you just things aren't happening over there. Okay, so you've got to go to one of those. Oh, Adil, I'm so sorry. I kind of lost your message. It used to stay, but you were here before Eid. Adil Haji says you were here before Eid. Okay. Mohsin, what are you talking about? You're still in trial period in your company. You closed 3 plots last month. How much was the commission? You don't have to mention it. 3 plots would be like, we're talking minimum 300,000 dirhams. 300,000 dirhams, like $100,000. You don't need to prove anything to your company now. You need to prove things to yourself, right? Which is to do well for yourself. I'm not saying like be belligerent and don't care about the company and tell them like, look, I'm the boss. You don't know what you're doing. No, I'm not saying that you need to do that. What I'm saying is you need to get things organized for yourself. Okay, welcome Dubai Off Plan. Good to see everybody here. Bushin, Adil Haj, Faraz. Okay, Adil, you're going to have to send your question again. Dubai Off Plan, what's your question? We want to take some questions from you as well. Let's go. Mohsin on YouTube. I have thought to go into the field now and make more contacts rather than staying in office and not doing anything. I work in Ajman. Yeah, of course. You should be going into the field, okay? You should be going into the field, okay? I want to ask everybody who's live over here with me. I want to ask you a small question, okay? Small question as in a small thing, but a big thing, okay? What's something small that brings you joy every day, okay? So I want to ask Mohsin, straight path. Come on, brother. Where's your question today about equity? But I want to ask you this, okay? What's something small? So this is a question for everybody who's watching. Muhammad Yassin, Bushin, Adil Haji, Fidosh Sharif, Faraz, Farshadipur. What is something small that brings you joy every day? What is something small that brings you joy every day? And look, if you're an agent coming in, then this is advice for you, okay? Be like a cheetah. Need for speed, okay? Be also like a lion. Don't stress, okay? Treat yourself well, okay? Stop stressing. Be like a leopard, stealth and strength. And then be like a rhinoceros. Have a thick skin. Actually, Mohsin, I was trying to answer your question. And your question, the way I answered it was, listen, if you got a friend who stole your lead or stole something, okay, don't worry too much, okay? Just get on to the next deal. Get on to the next deal and you'll see things will happen, okay? I've got some questions over here. So Muzaffar Khan asks something. Just a quick question. You said that you used to carpool when coming from Sharjah to Dubai back in your early days. So for viewings, how did you manage it when you were starting out in real estate? Did you rent a car or how did you arrive for viewing on the time and what mode of transportation did you use? Mr. Fahd. Okay, that's a very good question. And I'll tell you what used to happen. Back in the day, we're talking 2007, 2008. I used to actually commute with my partner, okay? With my partner. We had formulated our first company. Okay? And when we had started with our first company, he used to live also in Sharjah, okay? He was my first partner, invested in a couple of properties with him. And I used to commute with him. Believe it or not, we used to commute together and it was not very complicated. Post that, I had my own car. Like it was very, very early days I'm talking about. In fact, in that time, a lot of the launches were off plan, so you didn't really have to travel around. Post that, I had my own car. So life was easier. Once the market started picking up, I had my own car. But in the beginning, if I needed a car, I would borrow a car from my father, my brother, so on and so forth. Welcome again to Dubai Off Plan. Hey, I have a question. What's something small that brings you joy every day? Hey, come on, guys. If you're watching, what's something small that brings you joy every day? I know something small could be, coming to this live. Like, that's amazing. But what's something else that's small? Adil Haji, look, I understand what you're trying to say, working as a channel partner. I think as a channel partner, we are channel partners to the real estate industry. But I understand what you're saying, Adil Haji. How that would potentially work is you're actually saying, I would like to be a partner to you, Fahd Dawood, right? You have systems, you have processes that people trust and they end up working with you, Fahd Dawood. I would like to actually pitch them your services, right? Which is fine. Now, I don't have a channel partner program right now, but it's not a bad idea, right? It would be more like a franchise. Okay, so you would probably have to pay in to buy in, get the necessary training to be able to pitch our programs, our packages, our Dubai Wealth Builder service, so on and so forth. And then post that, you would be in a position to become. It wouldn't be a channel partner, because it would be more like a franchisee, right? And to be a franchisee, we should be ready to franchise our systems and process. Not a bad idea, right? Allah wills and Allah brings people to you and to us. Thank you very much for bringing this to and sharing that. I'm not saying no. It's just that maybe sometime we will be ready. Instagram's lagging, by the way, guys. Okay, first lags just happened. Hey, everybody who's watching Dubai off plan, it's lagging again, guys. Right, Instagram's lagging, guys. We're gonna fix this Instagram live right now. I'm gonna go offline and come back online. Okay. Why are we going live from there? Then I can't see their questions, by the way. I'll go live from my phone, guys. Forget it. I can't see the questions then. Right. Okay. You really want to do it then? Okay, yeah. Put it here then. So I got to read it as well. Yasin Khan, what options points to keep in mind before buying a unit in real estate? Okay. So guys, this live's ended. Just give me a second. Yeah, okay. No, it has to be done this way. Okay. Can I go here? Can I go this way? Can I go here? Yeah. Guys, sorry, just give me a moment. Yeah, I'll turn it off. Turn it on, don't worry. Is it all? No, I gotta go live. Yeah? Alright, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Going live now. Okay. So I can get rid of this, right? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm live again. Yeah, this is switched on. Yeah. Alright, guys. So we've chosen a little bit of a different mode here. We're going live here on Instagram and on YouTube. Okay. Yasin Khan, what options points to keep in mind before buying a unit in UAE real estate? Give me a little bit more background, guys. Like, what do you mean by what options? Okay. Like, you know what you do? Okay, so let me be clear. Okay, guys, I'm live on WhatsApp again, on Instagram. Okay, my Yasin Khan. Hello again. All right, guys, thanks very much for joining here. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a nicer time with Instagram here. Dubai off plan. My Yasin Khan, Bushan, Ajit Korean, everybody, guys. So Yasin, I'm going to explain something to you. When you're looking at real estate, you're asking me what options points to keep in mind before buying a unit. What you do is first you make a plan. So whoever is buying, if you're an investor yourself, what you're looking to do is you're looking to make a plan first for yourself. Okay. So you say, my plan is this is the amount of money I want to deploy. This is the amount of money I want to invest. This is how I wish to, this is when I want to resell. This is my dream property. Like, create a wish list. And once you have this wish list, you then go into the market, start looking at what's available, what's not available, what's good, what's not good. Now, you'll be like, yeah, fine. See, you say what options points to remember, right? But think about it. What do you mean by options points? If you have 200,000 dirhams, and in your mind, if you say, I'm only going to look at a property in Dubai, what are you going to do? You're going to obviously then say, for 200,000, you won't be able to buy a property in Dubai at the moment. So I'm going to go and look at off plan, right? So then you start figuring out, okay, this 200,000 isn't going to get you a property in Dubai. I'm going to start looking at off plan, right? Doesn't make sense immediately, right? So when you say what options, etc., you got to go start with a plan. Then you go and you start looking at properties in Dubai. But then you might say, hey, I'm okay with a property in Ajman or Sharjah. Those are also good Emirates. So I'm okay to buy a property there. Then you say, okay, that's now you're going to introduce Ajman and Sharjah into the whole game. Now you might say, I want a ready property. I don't want something that's off plan, under construction. Then you say, okay, for 200,000, can I get something in Ajman? Can I get something in Sharjah? You might be able to. See, so my Yasin Khan says, yes, off plan is best option. Yeah, yes. See, I'm going to question you now back, okay? So when you say off plan is best option, then are you looking for yourself? Because if you know your situation best, then you might say, off plan is the best option for me. But guys, try to understand this. Maybe somebody is looking to move into a house within 6 months, right? If somebody is looking to move into a house in 6 months, then how can you tell him off plan is the best option, right? Maybe somebody doesn't want to just invest in a property and flip it. Maybe they're looking to hold the property. Sadi Alvi, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Kif halaj? Show us some love. Ask us some questions. I'd love to hear a question from you, Mr. Sadi Alvi. MashaAllah. Good to see you, brother. Okay. So what's your question today? So I have a question for everybody who's watching on Instagram and on YouTube. My question is, what is something small that brings you joy every day? Guys, we'll get to the bigger questions as well. I really want you guys to tell me. Sadi, what is something small that brings you joy every day? Okay. Alhamdulillah, bro. Okay. Dubai off plan. Bilal Sheikh, Gabriel, Muhammad Yasin Khan, Nat Shruti, Amna Zafar, Assalamu alaikum, Bushan, Kichu. What's something small that brings you joy every day? Okay. So Yasin, I'd love to hear from you guys. So Yasin, answering your question, if somebody's looking to invest, hold a property, their capital or their monetary situation allows them to bring in the money in a slower period of time, then they might look at off plan. But if somebody says, no, I need to have a ready property today, I want to invest in this ready property instantly, then what you're going to do? What do you think about when people say Dubai is a bubble? Assalamu alaikum. Sister Amna says, Mr. Fahd, I have had a very amazing experience with your agency. A big shout out to my brother Amro. May Allah bless him. I agree with you, right? I always, I think that brother Amro is equivalent to, in terms of expertise, at least 5 years more than the amount of time he's already spent in the market. Number one, and he's equivalent to some of the better agents out there. You could put the 10 best agents out there and he will do very, very well. So yes, thank you very much, Sister Amna. We're looking forward to helping you when the property gets handed over, help you with your property management, and then hopefully keep your journey going in a good way. Dubai, right? What do you think about when people say Dubai is a bubble? That's an interesting question. Not Shruti. I want to ask you a question, okay? Do you think it's a bubble? Okay? Anu? Do you think Dubai is a bubble? You've been here now for a couple of years. You're working. You're growing. Hopefully you've grown in your career. Have you done better than you might have done in the country you were from? So you feel you've done well? Okay. So has Dubai given you the opportunities to grow? Make some money? Okay. So let's talk about from a general person's perspective. Does Dubai give you and provide you the opportunity to grow, invest, so on and so forth? It's done that, right? But is there any guarantees that you will continue having a job? things could change, right? But then, even if things did change, does Dubai still provide an environment for people to get other jobs, right? Not that you will need another job, inshallah, no. But the point is, people can always move on. That's how Dubai's economy operates. Dubai is on a trajectory. You've got to understand this. Dubai is on a trajectory of growth, and they're doing all the things right. So forget about the property bubble. Just look at, and you guys should pay attention to this. Just look at infrastructure. I'll explain to you. I went to a city, great city to go to as a tourist. Great weather. Okay, I don't want to name the city, right? Because we don't want any troubles. Okay? Actually, no, we will never have troubles. Okay? We think positively. Saadi, I'm coming to your question. Stick around, please. Okay? I see your question. Dubai off plan. What is your question? I don't see your question yet. Okay? But check this out. Okay? So I go to the city. And I see like there is no porters at the airport to help you with your luggage. But there can be genuinely people who are old, sick, can't carry bags, right? And their airport, and it's a great city, but their airport looks like a city that can handle maybe a couple of 100,000, maximum 1 million. But let's say the leader says, I want millions of people to come in as tourists. Then his advisors will say, well, you need a great airport. Otherwise, the moment people land, what are they going to have? Trouble at the airport. And then if they have trouble at the airport, what's going to happen? It's like, you land in a great city in Europe sometimes in the summer, and you're like, the person's like 4 hours in immigration. And I'm like, what is this? Right? So, guess what? The ruler, the president, the prime minister will say, let's build that great airport. Guess what? Dubai already has that great airport. Then they'll be like, you know what? Every good, great city has great airlines that fly in there. But we don't have all these airlines coming in there, in our city. Let's launch an airline. Oh, guess what? Dubai already has a great airline. But then after you come out of the airport, you need like good transport that takes you to the hotel. Not that you get into a taxi and the guy's like, okay, I take you to X hotel, 7 hotel, Y hotel. Pay me $2,000 before I take you to the hotel. Does this happen in some cities? Yeah, like people are already always on their guard. Like hopefully nobody's going to cheat me here. Dubai is clean. Taxis there, clean. They speak English most of the time. They're not going to cheat you, right? Then they're going to say, well, you know what? We have these millions of tourists. We don't have hotels. Let's build hotels. It'll take you 10 years to build enough hotels to have 1 million tourists coming into your country. Oh, we have the hotels. But when the people come here, well, you've got natural beauty, but people want like malls. They like a roller coaster. You want to sit on a roller coaster. Was 29. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, right? So, Shruti, I'm going on and on. I'll tell you something. Why I'm saying this is because why I don't think it's a bubble and I don't get these questions. I respect your question because I've internalized this. I see this around me. When you travel around the world, you see this. Like, cities are not what Dubai and the United Arab Emirates offers. So people are coming here in droves and droves to come and live here. Right? So they say the proof is in the pudding. So for everybody who's British here, okay? British here, the proof is in the pudding, right? Right? The proof is in the pudding. Can you give this to Pushin? The proof is in the pudding, right? The proof is in the pudding, right? So everybody British, okay? Mr. Saadi Alvi, I think my happiest moments are when we are able to sit together and share a few laughs with friends and family over a cup of tea. Simple stuff always. Allahu Akbar. That is amazing, right? I think that is so true. And I think more tea is called for. And more such moments with friends, family, your wives, children, everybody. That is really beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing that lovely memory. Okay, I want to ask you here as well. Dubai off plan, Wasim, Gab, Atar, Abbas, Amna. I'm going to answer your questions, guys. Now, Saadi, okay. So the question for everybody was, What's something small that brings you joy every day? I'm asking everybody. Saadi's already told me. Saadi, you asked me, Bhai, at what age do you think we should get kids involved in real estate? I think at early age. I think you can do it at an early age. There's nothing really to do, right? There's nothing really complicated. Like, it's like basic education, whichever country you're in, right? If you're in the UK, you're in the US, it's very early age, very easy to explain. Like, look, and everybody's at a different stage, right? You could be at the earlier stage of doing research. I've got one of my investors, he's got 200 properties. His son, I've been seeing his son at meetings since he was 13. And now I see the son like 15 or 16. And his son's always there. The father always says that he needs his son for English translation, but the father speaks perfect English. He doesn't need his son to be there for translation at all. Father speaks perfect English, okay? But I've seen his son there. Now, how would you get your kids involved? It's very easy. If you're at the early stage of researching properties, today kids are very internet savvy, more than us, like TikTok, Property Finder, Bayut, right? Don't put them on Instagram. Don't put them on TikTok, ideally. But, they're very internet savvy. So if you're at the early stage of researching what you might want to buy, even if you don't have it yet, the money yet, get them involved at that stage. If you're then going to visit properties, take them with you. Make it fun for them, right? If they're too early, I think if they're less than 7, they're going to be a little bit of a hassle. Don't be strict with them. Take a toy. Let them just feel the place. I think post 10, when they can start making a little bit more decisions, then they're more involved with giving opinions as well. But between the 7 to the 10 age, they're just there with you. Okay? They're just there with you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So I see some questions coming in. 100 out of 100. High five. Clap. Okay. I think my happiest moments are when we are able to sit together and share a few laughs with friends and family over a cup of tea. Simple stuff always. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. May Allah bless you, brother. I agree with that. And to take that further, have tons of cups of tea. Okay. Saudi always says this. Okay. Zafar, I had a very amazing... I prefer ready to move in. Okay, Bilal Sheikh, of course. If you prefer ready to move in, look, it's also good. You need to look at properties that are ready to move in. If you want to work with us, we've got the Dubai Wealth Builder service, different available service packages. We can help you. Okay. I'm happy to help you. If you got specific questions here, I'm happy to answer. There, I want to listen from you. Need your guidance, and knowledge. What to do with the ready-made property? Okay. What do you have? What do you mean by ready-made property? My Yasin Khan 125. Explain that. Amna asks, my question is, how long a property should be kept after handover to make the maximum profit? This is a little bit tricky. I'll tell you why it's tricky. You see, I'll explain something. Let's take a real example of the Valley. Okay, the Valley by Emaar. Properties, 4 beds were bought for 1.8 million. Okay, 1.8 million. And some people sold when they touched 2.2. I think post handover, they touched 2.3 million. Okay. Now, what's happened is that these properties are today an easy sell for 3.3, 3.4. But if you sold a property that you had bought at 1.8 for 2.5, you'd be like, okay, that's a handsome profit. That's almost 40, 50% profit. It's pretty good, right? But now you'd be like, oh, why didn't I wait till it touched 3.3, 3.4? Here's the thing. Do you know what would allow you to wait? If you were clear in your plans. Okay, what do I mean by this? What is your strategy saying to you? Do you wish to build a portfolio of properties in Dubai, 3, 4, 5, 10, which will give you recurring rental income on an ongoing basis? Then you know what happens. They say, if you're clear with your plan, you don't become a tool in somebody else's plan. Because what's going to happen? Guess what happened with the people who own the properties in the Valley in Emaar at 1.8? Brokers were calling them every day, you must sell. And trust me, they might have even been telling them, this price isn't going to go up. Because we saw the prices didn't go up for 2 years. or 3 years or 4 years over there, right? Pandemic came, right? Valley was launched in 2018, 19, 2020, 2021, pandemic. 2022 prices did not go up. So anybody who bought in 2019, imagine 19, then the pandemic, then 21, 22, prices didn't go up. 4 years. Prices didn't go up by a lot, right? But 23, prices are shooting up. So 2020, 21, 22, people are calling. Agents are going to be calling you and say, sell. You must sell. You cannot get anything better than this, right? So what do? You don't have a plan, right? You don't have a plan. So what ends up happening is, essentially speaking, because you don't have a plan, people are going to then take you for a ride. They're going to take your product, they're going to sell it, they make some commission out of that, but you're losing out. So Sister Amna, here's answering your question in a more holistic way, okay? The main thing is, what is your plan? If your plan is to grow your portfolio, then hold the property, right? If it's a good asset, why would you sell it instantly? Number one. Now, I was looking at this the other day, and I was looking at the Valley, and I was looking at the price per square foot, okay? And the price per square foot is still at 1,200 per square foot or something like that. And I was thinking to myself, can this go to 2,000 dirhams per square foot? And I thought, yeah, I think it could. So if it can go to 2,000 dirhams per square foot, should I really sell now? But then it comes back to, what was my original plan? Should I quickly make a profit and sell, Bismillah, and buy something else? You've got to be a little bit careful, okay? Guys, listen, I'm an agent myself. We like to sell your properties, but I've always also seen that a lot of people who buy, sell, because they're not day traders, they're not able to make money, okay? They're not able to make money. You've got to buy and hold for the long term. And if you're looking to buy, sell, you've got to buy the right projects, right price, and hold them long term, right? Hold them long term, okay? Hold them long term. So there, I went to listen from you. Okay, my question. Okay, I hope I answer your question. If you have another one, just tell me now. I can answer any more questions you might have. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Waswas 29. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fahd Siddiqui, assalamu alaikum. How you doing, brother? Muhammad Gulamali sent a question here, please. Yeah, I'm looking to invest in a halal way in the UAE without riba. It is possible. It is possible. And it depends on what you're looking to do and how you're looking to grow your portfolio. We have a personalized way. We call it the Dubai Wealth Builder Service. You can actually join over there in our Dubai Wealth Builder Service program, and we will take you from start to finish. It is possible in a halal way. And a couple of things I'll explain is, some people are okay to take halal Islamic mortgages. If that's your case, then that is available in the Dubai market. If that's not something that you want, then you can obviously also look into developers that don't charge and put interest payments into the contracts if you are late. Okay, if you are late, I want to answer some of those. So guys, keep your questions coming. I don't know if I've missed any question. Did you have a question? Dubai off plan, Wasim, Gabriel, Shelley, Mohammed Ghulam, Ali. Bless you, Mohammed Ghulam. Send me a question, brother. I'm happy to take a question that if you have over here right now. Anih David, Amna Zafar. Would love to take your questions, guys. Okay, Dubai off plan. Hey, I got a question, another question for you guys. Okay, what's one fear? What's one fear you overcame that made you stronger? What's one fear that you overcame that made you stronger? Okay, this is a question for you. Dubai off plan, Saudi LV. Everybody is watching. Waswas, Wasim 29, David, Amna Zafar. What's one fear you overcame that made you stronger? May Allah bless you guys. What's one fear that you overcame that made you absolutely super strong? Okay. I've got a couple of other questions. Saliha Properties asks, Dawood Bhai. Okay, Saliha Behan. looks like a lady. Jinu, what's up, Jinu? What's going on, Jinu? What's cooking, Jinu? All right, Jinu Suthar joins. Jinu Suthar. Dawood bhai, my age is 38. Is it okay to be a real estate agent? Yes, it is okay. Go and watch my podcast with a gentleman who started in the real estate industry in 2016. He was one of my colleagues, and he was 48 at that time. Quite a successful agent, okay? Quite a successful agent. So I'm asking a question for all those who are watching live. Saudi LV, DXP off plan, Jinu Suthar. Come on, I want to ask you a question as well. What's one fear you overcame that made you stronger? Okay, Mohsin's asking a question, okay? What would you suggest me to do next? It's been 2 months. I'm sitting in office and I don't see any profit in that. I want to go to the field. What would you do if you were in my place who just started? Yeah, okay. Very simple. You should make it a point to visit 10 properties per week. This includes 10 properties in terms of developers who are selling. Mohsin, I think you said you were working in Ajman. Okay, so you were working in Ajman. So you should be visiting 10 properties. Okay, so 10 properties per week. You should be visiting 10 properties per week. How do you do that? It's very simple. Go and see if there are properties that are being sold by developers. If not, then go, Bismillah. It's been a while. How are you, Jinu? Or if it's not properties that developers are selling, it's okay. Your colleagues have properties that they're selling. So what do? Tell them, give me the keys. I'm going to go and see them. Take some pictures, send them to your friends and family and agents who are looking to buy. Welcome, Jinu. Dubai off plan. Wasim, Was 29. Gabriel. Mohammed Ghulam Ali. I didn't see a question from you. Mafeng Amna Zafar. Bless you, sister. If you have any more questions, please shoot them across, okay? But I have a question for you guys. What's one fear? Jinu, answer this. What's one fear? Dubai off plan, Saudi. What's one fear you overcame that made you stronger? What's one fear? Fear of being wrong. It held me back. Okay. Facing the fear. MashaAllah. Fear of being wrong. It held me back for so long. Fear of what will. I think Sister Amna saying. Fought by lots of introspection today. MashaAllah. Thanks to your questions. Yes. It's introspection time with me. For myself as well. What's one fear you overcame that made you stronger? I don't know. Fear of failure. Gabriel says fear of failure. I had a fear of losing. Wow. May Allah bless you. I had a fear of losing. This is Dubai off plan. Facing the fear helps overcome the fears within us. That is true. MashaAllah. Tabarakallah. This is Dubai off plan. I had a fear of losing. Fear of losing what? Fear of losing as in a competition? Jinu says fear of being wrong. First of all, I don't know if that really held you back. It held me back. If that's really true for you, Jinu. Maybe it is. Maybe I never knew about you. It's interesting. But that is true. Everybody's wrong sometime. Nobody cares. Right? Facing the fear helps overcome the fears within us. That is true as well. So are you Dubai off plan saying just go to fear, go take on fear hands on, straight up, right? Fear of what will happen to my special needs son once I am gone. Oh, subhanallah, Sister Amna. May Allah bless you. I can't address that in the best way possible, but obviously as Muslims, we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has his plan, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of everybody, right? I'm looking for the translation of Surah Duha. Right, subhanallah. it says, right, Surah Duha in ayah number 6, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I think this was revealed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a time of when he was sad because some people who were close to him had passed away, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the entire surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Alam yajidka yatiman fa'awa. And did he not find you as an orphan, then sheltered you? So I think as parents, we generally have this. It comes to us. It's in moments of XYZ weakness, but it is there. But obviously reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps, right? I'm not giving you advice on this because the fear can be very real. But at the same time, when we realize that we really don't control a lot of the things around us anyways, birth, life, death, going, coming, then we know that, things are with khair. Fear of losing in games, challenges, competitions. So now, guys, here's something interesting. I asked, like, what's one fear you overcame that made you stronger? Okay, so Ginu says, knowing that being wrong is okay, and the more I be wrong, the more opportunities I get to correct them. MashaAllah, that's correct. So Sister Amna, how have you overcome that fear, right? So you said you had that fear. Dubai of Plan says, I had the fear of losing in games, challenges and competitions. And I wanna know how you overcame that, and how did it make you stronger, right? Right? How did it make you stronger? How did it end up making you stronger? I'd love to know this, okay? Think about that. How did it make you stronger? So Dubai of Plan says, fear of losing in games, challenges, competitions. Like, I don't know. I think I would think, okay, look, there's always going to be a winner and a loser. Like if you're playing a one-on-one game, let's say chess, somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose, right? So big deal. I always say, like, we're going to get better next time. Gonna get better next time. So how did it make you stronger? Like if you're playing a one-on-one game chess, you just get better next time. There was a time when I used to not lose at sports, but then I was like, okay, fine. Like, if you lose a sport, you can always get better next time. Alhamdulillah. Guys, there's a few more questions that people have asked. So Dubai real estate finish. Okay, they're talking about as agents, they're talking about taking vacations. So what sometimes we win, sometimes we learn. Yeah, we don't lose, we learn. That's correct, Gabriel. That is correct. What about the last 2 weeks of December? Is it possible for agents to successfully take those last 2 weeks off? Guys, listen. I'm going to explain something to you guys. You're missing the point. When it comes to vacation as agents, the point is not about December or summer. The point is that you take your vacation around your work. Now, I'm going to explain something to you. If you are in the middle of a multi-million-dollar deal and you're alone, you don't have a team, then you're not going to take the last 2 weeks off of December. If you're going to be closing on that, right? You're going to stick around. You're going to close the transaction. You're going to be like, okay. MashaAllah. So you can do that in December as well, okay? If you've got a deal coming up, then perhaps you wouldn't. Saudi Alvi says, fear of poverty. Not being able, MS Realtor joined, not being able to provide for one's family is natural, I think, for every man. But Alhamdulillah, once you're convinced there is only one provider, yes, he's alluding to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you're not it, you are all right. Yeah, that's good, man. Jazakallah khair. Actually, this introspection time is good. It's introspection time for me as well. So it's good as well. So I'm asking again, guys, okay, whoever is watching, do you know, so knowing that being wrong is okay, and the more I be wrong, the more opportunities I get to correct them. MashaAllah. This is also correct. The more you be wrong, the more forward you will go, okay? The more forward you will go, and you will be okay. Dubai of Plan, fear of losing in games, challenges and competitions. Have you overcome that fear so far yet? Let me answer this. A few more questions, guys, but I love the answers. Dear Salman 6476, dear sir, I have intention to start my career. Mohsin, I'm coming to you. I see you on YouTube. I have intention to start my career to work as a real estate agent, to learn first and then my own business. Please help to make me on my goal. Okay, go. So you've obviously seen the video that talks about how to get started in real estate and so on and so forth. I would advise you to start looking at more and more and more of those videos. So that's your learning, and the only way, or the better way, you would actually start getting better for yourself is then implementing all of that. Who's this online? Mubin Shah. Mubin Sheikh. Acha. MS Realtor is Mubin Sheikh. Hala Sheikh. Shu sowe inte. Kya karte hai baba? Sadi bhai, thank you very much. Ha ha, true. May Allah bless you. Yes. Nice conversation. Okay. Mohsin, 10 properties every week. 10 properties every week. Yeah, you do that as a basic, and then you'll see that things will start growing. Okay, you don't have to do beyond that, guys. Real estate is not super complicated. Don't make it very complicated. Like once you start visiting 10 properties every week, you'll see, okay, where the opportunities are, where the things are that makes you money. You'll see deals coming through to you. You'll see people are responding to you, so on and so forth. So it will grow from that. Okay, I don't see that there's any more questions coming through right now. We've been live for a little while now. We're going to be ending this unless. So what was my question? So what's one fear that you've overcome and that has made you stronger? Okay, so fear of losing games, challenges, competitions. May Allah bless you. Yes, so you did overcome. That made you stronger. MashaAllah. Okay, that is good. So Dubai Off Plan says they did overcome and it made them stronger. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Will your agency be tapping into the Abu Dhabi market? Most likely, yes, in the near future. We'd love to do that. But most likely, yes. I think Abu Dhabi is a hidden gem. Abu Dhabi is a hidden gem, and it's something that some people like. Abu Dhabi is a hidden gem, diamond, okay, and it's something that needs to be explored in the right way. But Abu Dhabi, I think the plan in Abu Dhabi is you hold long term. Okay, what was your fear? That's a good question. That's a good question. So I think that's a good question. What was your fear? I don't know. Yeah, so I think how I operate is if I'm fearful of something, I just go straight into it. And that might be like a bad thing or a good thing, but I go straight into it. Like I go, and if I want to talk to somebody, if I like somebody, if I want to get to know somebody, I'll just go straight to them. And then I don't know, I don't have a lot of fears. Like you could say that, you know, as Sister Amna alluded to, sometimes shaitan can come and make you put thoughts that make you feel scared on things. Like it could be around money, could be around children, could be around family, so on and so forth. But alhamdulillah, what I've seen is things work out for themselves. Okay, so ye by facing it, yes. So I could say, like, look, that's a good question. What was my fear? I don't know. I think I get new fears every day. I just like go and talk to them and go forward with them. Like, so if I'm fearful of something, I just go forward with it. Like, guys, what's the worst? And okay, this is something good. Okay, I'll share something with you guys. Okay, there was a mentor of mine who was doing relief work in a very volatile region of a country. Okay. But, you know, even volatile regions of countries need help, need schools, need hospitals, right? So he would take people he was mentoring on trips with him there, okay? He would take people there with him. And because he wanted people to get involved and look at things and so on and so forth, so he would say, come with me, let's go. And so some people would volunteer, some people would not, right? Because it's so volatile. You might not live to go again. right? But he's a man on purpose, right? So he's doing something for the good of people. So what if you go? Everybody's leaving this earth anyways, right? We all agree with this, right? I don't want to use the word, right, croaking, but everybody's leaving, right? So he would say, "Let's go," and then somebody said, like, "What if we croak? What if we go back to God?" And he's like, "That's the worst that could happen, right? That's it. So what if that happens? That's it. That's the worst that can happen. But that's happening anyways." And as Muslims, we believe that, that time's written. It's meant to happen at that time, right? So what's the worst thing that could happen in the entire grandest scheme of things? Somebody could croak and go back to God, going back anyways. So then what's the worst that could happen for whatever you desire, wish, want to do, want to be? Bismillah. Like, just go do it. Take it on. What's the worst that's going to happen? Right? But to answer the buy off plan, your questions in a deeper way is, I don't think that I have fears, but I do have subconscious scripts and patterns that may stop me from doing things in a certain way, okay? May stop me from doing things in a certain way. Like, and I'll share this with you guys right now. Like, a lot of times we are running on subconscious scripts. Like, most of the people who are here, who are talking to me right now, they're millionaires, especially the property owners, okay? Most of the people who are talking to me right now, they're millionaires. Like, I'm not saying you've got $1 million dirhams or $1 million in your bank account right now, but you are probably a millionaire if you've got 1 or 2 properties, a couple of cars, so on and so forth. Your net worth is over $1 million dirhams at least, right? Now, if your net worth is over $1 million dirhams, and I asked my team the other day about this, and I said, if you saved 300 dirhams, would you be happy? And they were like, yeah, we'd be very happy. Then I said, do you think that billionaires would care about 300 dirhams? And they said no. And then I asked them, I said, do you think millionaires care about 300 dirhams? And they said no. And I said, no, they do care, right? So if you're a millionaire, okay, but 300 dirhams or 1,000 dirhams bothers you, bites you, right? Spending it, and you feel, oh, that money got wasted, then it's mental scripts that are holding you back from that ultimate success that you might be wanting to live. Okay, this applies to money. It applies to family and friends. It applies to people you love. It applies to your job and your career. Imagine if you're working in a career that you're unhappy in. But let's say you're not fearful about money coming in, but there's a subconscious script that says, don't quit. Don't quit because the family might not eat. Or you love somebody and you want to marry this person, but there's a subconscious script that says, don't do it. Because you're scared, right? Because you're scared. But what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst? Nothing, right, Krishna? Nothing can happen, right? What's the worst that can happen? Like, somebody will insult you? No, somebody can insult you, right? You do something that everybody thinks is crazy. You want to send rockets to Mars. Everybody thinks, oh, you're crazy. Okay. So rockets start not going to Mars. You're not successful with the launch and they explode or whatever. But then finally you succeed. So people laughed at you. So what? And maybe you didn't even succeed and people still laughed at you. So what? So good question. Thank you very much for your question. I personally think that we all have fears and they come day in, day out. I just personally face them. I just go forward. But what does sometimes stops is mental scripts that are a little bit beyond. And the way we overcome them is, again, just go forward. Change the way we approach things, right? Don't be scared. Big deal. All right, guys, appreciate all the questions that came through today. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much for joining in. Dubai Off Plan, Kinza Lodi, Hamza Sheikh, Amna Zafar, Walid Ajmal Mubin Sheikh, Ben is an animal guru. Everybody who is watching on YouTube as well. Love the engagement, love the interaction. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much, guys. Bye for now.
This is a very interesting client story. One of my favorites. The entire process was a lot of fun. I hope it was a lot of fun for him as well. This gentleman was absolutely new to investing in the Dubai real estate market, and he was looking for the best ROI. Before he ever spoke to me and my team, he had already interviewed a lot of other advisors and agents. Having watched some of my YouTube videos, he ended up signing up on our VIP elite program, where we take people from start to finish for their investments. And then we started the process of doing the strategy development for him, and then implementing and finding the right properties. We found a very good investment property and a home. I wish him all the best. I believe it's about helping the client find the best properties, and we can invest in the client's future.